My next guest is a man that's going to make you feel good.
Hey, look at that.
Artist, entrepreneur. Welcome to the show, King Tetrus. What's up, my man?
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate
Hey,
you for
good to
having
see
me,
you,
man.
brother. What's
Appreciate
going
it.
on,
Thank
man?
you so much for having me, man. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. That was a great little intro, little anecdote with the feel good. You're good at
man,
this.
absolutely.
Yeah, you're good at this.
Hey, I try.
You're good. Yeah.
Dude, give me your sound is unique and it's upbeat. And in spending time with you, you're just always a happy dude, right?
That's our thing.
That's your thing. So I mean, where does that come from? Is it a family thing, or you just come out of the womb in a good mood?
So I think it's a little bit of both because I'm the youngest of four.
Okay.
Right. So I have three older sisters. And my parents are heavy deep South roots. And the way that they ran the household was very, very like regimented, right? Like very like you have to do this. Like
Right. You ain't gonna survive.
No.
Right.
You know, if you you didn't have opinions, right? So like if dad said the color of the sky was purple,
you didn't have opinions.
and it'd be like, it's blue.
Yeah, right.
Like I know this is blue.
I can't say it.
Yes, sir. You're right. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of that just was me building positivity and having fun, like with my siblings and just kind of like cultivating my personality. And then my sports thing was that I played an individual sport. I played tennis. So a lot of that is like picking yourself up off the ground and just being as positive as possible.
Yeah.
Right. God, that shot was terrible. Let's do better next time. Right. So I just try to see the world as positive as I possibly can and control what I can control. And that kind of comes out in the music as much as possible.
Was it a music household, or how did the music come into play in your life?
Oh, perfect. So my mother, I give her most of the credit, and then I give my sisters most of the credit. Yeah. So my mom was like a big funk soul person, right?
Yeah.
You got to think like my parents are creeping up on their 70s. So like they grew up in civil rights era. So this is like the Motown soul, everything, right?
Great music.
So, my mom's clean the house music was like James Brown and Funkadelics and stuff like that, right? So on Friday nights, that's where we would all like dance with mom and my sisters, and they would teach me how to dance and here's this music and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Then this guy, Kanye West, comes out.
Right.
Okay. So my sister is in college at the time, and she's like, hey, there's this guy Kanye that like I think you and him have like a lot in common or whatever, right? And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And at the time I was strictly like listening to South Florida music. Yeah. And I was like, oh,
Booty Shake.
Yeah, Booty Shake music.
Bar 96.
Bar 96. Shout out to the homie Lucy Lopez. Yeah. And so she's like, come with me to a concert. And at the concert, it was Pharrell and the Neptunes. Mm-hmm. And the two opening acts was Rihanna and Kanye West. So this is before they were like, well before they were anybody. Yeah. Rihanna had one song.
Before College Dropout?
This is literally before College Dropout, right?
Okay, so it's early.
So he comes out in a pink polo and some Jordans and like, I'm really into sneakers and Ralph. So I'm like, wow, Deldry, this is like really like I connect with this.
Yeah.
And all the music he used were soul samples, very much like how my mom's music was soul samples.
Right.
So it without my mom and then really my sister Keisha introducing me to hip hop because she graduated college when I was like, I don't know, 8, 9, right? So
she's a lot older than you.
Yeah. So she's
like 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
No,
like
more.
15 or 14, 14 years older or something like that. So she introduced me to like A Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul, and she like
when there was bands like crews of rappers, right?
So I didn't have my 2 front teeth. Like we have a picture of this. This didn't exist. Okay. But her homecoming concert, like she was able to get all these tapes. Okay. For the people in the internet who don't know what that is, before MP3s,
you had tapes.
Before you had to get a tape and then get the pencil and rewind it if you couldn't rewind it. You know what I mean? And she was like, I want you to come listen to these tapes. And it was like Nas, Illmatic, Outkast, not Stankonia, Aquemini. It was Tupac. It was Biggie. It was all this stuff, right? So like she just gave me all these tapes. And I just fell in love with it. And that's kind of where the sound came from, was like, most of my friends were from New York, and a lot of those drums ended up bleeding into the soul samples. And then, you know, that's just kind of how we created our whole ecosystem of King Tetrus.
So when did you start this? So you fall in love with this kind of music as a young boy, and then when do you start producing and drafting lyrics and all this kind of stuff?
All right. Do you want to know, like, I got to give you the real story.
Yeah,
I lie to everyone. Okay. I lie to everyone and tell them
you're going to give me the real story.
I'm going to give you the real story. I will not lie to you. Okay. Heard it here first. So I started rapping when I was 13.
13. Okay.
13. Like,
okay.
Just bullshitting with my friends.
Right.
Right. Freshman year of high school at Miami Beach High.
Yeah.
There was a girl who I was obsessed with. I was like, she's so fine. Right. Like, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Still to this day, smoke show.
Okay.
Right. She used to only hang out with the sneakerheads and the rappers.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, like I gotta get
in on this.
I gotta get on this.
Yeah.
Right. So I like end up cutting grass, cleaning the pool, washing the cars just to get, you know, my 130 for some Jordans. And then I was like, okay, cool. I got that.
Got it.
Right. Got it. And then I was like, damn, I got to learn how to rap. Like, what are we going to do here?
Right.
So I started like writing raps and then coming up to like the little ciphers and rap sessions in high school. And what turned into me just trying to impress a girl, actually still trying to impress girls, became this whole thing. So I always have rapped, but I probably started taking it serious about 4 years ago.
You started taking it serious 4 years ago. And then so from the time you're 13 and now you're in your mid 30s, like along that way, were you still like producing music, messing around with it, that kind of stuff?
No.
You let it be quiet all those years?
No, I didn't. Like, I literally, like, I just would rap and freestyle, like, at, like, parties at Florida State and goof around. And it was like a party trick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that you could do
somebody just throw a beat on and check, you know?
Yeah.
And I have, like, videos of, like, after the club freestyle and stuff like that in Tallahassee and me being baby-faced assassin and killing it. And yeah, I didn't do any music until...
So you had battles. Would you battle in college and stuff?
Yeah. That was like my thing, was just to rap. Like no structure, didn't know anything about it. And then quarantine happened and that kind of like changed.
So quarantine happens, you're locked down. And then when did that music bug just hit you? Like, I got to do this, man.
Oh man. So it was in quarantine. So I was, you know, like that portion of quarantine where we all thought it was going to be like 2-3 weeks, and then it turned into
flatten
like
the curve.
6 months. Yeah. And then at the 6-month mark, they were like, yeah, this is just our life now.
Like, right. You're like, this sucks.
So at the time I was dating a girl in New York because I was traveling from Miami to New York. You can't go, like you couldn't.
New York was the worst place to go.
The worst place to go. Right. So I couldn't see her. She couldn't see me. We ended up breaking up. Right. So I'm even more sad because I'm like, I'm now even more alone here. Right. And my parents are older, so they're at risk and all that stuff. My mom sends me a vinyl record.
Okay.
James Brown, 1965, Fillmore Theater.
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who don't know about records back then, they used to give you an A side and a B side. The B side would have the instrumentals to all the songs. So she drops it off and says, listen to track 9, Lost Someone.
Yeah.
Okay. It's her favorite song.
That song's about heartbreak, isn't it? Yeah.
Her favorite song. And that was a song that she sing when she was a little girl. Like she would go see, and like my grandfather would get all of her siblings and her like new outfits to go see James Brown. Or like that was like the family thing.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to this. I'm like, man, these drums are crazy.
The guy was the best.
Crazy drums. So then I flip over the record.
Yeah.
Start playing the instrumental. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll start writing to it. And then I wrote to it. And then I kept writing to it. And then the name of the song was called Please, Please. And that was the first song that I ever put out. And then I went to my buddies and I said, I think I want to record a song. And all of my friends that still learn music, that have been in music forever, they were like, it's about time, man. What are we doing? Like, it's about time.
We've been waiting for you, man.
Right? And yeah, I just recorded that one song, and then the people started to really like it, and kind of changed everything. And then I was like, I got to get better at this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm obsessive by nature, right? I think my grandfather had a couple sayings, and it was, one was keep working, it's working. And that's my mantra.
I like it.
And then the other one was peace and blessings. So that's kind of the balance between it, right? Like,
yeah.
And let's see. So quarantine, that happens. I drop Out of Tokens, and then that did pretty well.
Yeah.
And then in 2020, at the end of 2023, early 2024, I guess I count it, we did Peace and Blessings. And then prior to Peace and Blessings, I dropped a single called US1. That kind of like changed everything. Like that was the one that like
everybody loved.
I was like, oh my God, I don't suck at this.
Right. There's actually somebody that's willing to listen to it.
Yeah. That was kind of like the main key point here, was that I did that song, and then it just boomed, like hundreds of thousands of streams and reposts, and now, you know, probably still my biggest song, or one of the two biggest songs, US1. Yeah.
So for an independent guy like you, what's the process to get on Shopify and record your own? Like, I don't even know where to start. Where do you start?
Okay. So it's a lot. So like, let's say you have a song, like you and I make the best song in the world.
Okay.
Right. You mean like, how do we get it out to people?
Yeah. Like, should I go to a studio? Like what do I do? And
so,
what does that look like?
It'll probably cost you like $300 to record it.
Okay. That's not bad.
Right. Like $300 to record it.
Yeah.
That's just a record.
Right.
Then you have to get it mixed and mastered.
Okay.
Okay. Then you have to buy the beat. Okay. So the mix and mastering might be about $500-$600.
Okay.
To buy the beat might be another $500-$600.
Okay.
Right. Then you have to pay a service if you're an independent artist, which now I have the hookup, so I don't gotta pay.
You got the hookup, man.
I got the hookup.
Hook me up, bro.
I got you. So, look at that. Just Columbus people.
Yeah,
helping
bro.
Columbus people,
We know how to talk. I know your language, man. Come on. We're a different generation, but I know.
Yeah. That's it. That's funny. So you got to go to a distributor. So like, you can't just go directly to Spotify or Apple. No,
I thought you could. Okay.
You have to go through a distribution.
Same with SoundCloud.
No, SoundCloud is its own entity.
Its own entity. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to go to distributor. What value does the distributor bring?
They help you recoup your money, right? Okay. So like, if you and I were to just do it, that would be like, think about like insurance.
Yeah.
Okay. I could just go to an office and say, hey, I want you to help me.
Yeah.
And then I would have to pay them directly instead of paying monthly, whatever, on my insurance.
Yeah.
If you go through somebody they're approved with, it's a lot easier to manage the funding, the distribution, all that other stuff.
Right.
So that's like the best benefit for it. And then also ensuring that like you can blame somebody if something doesn't happen. So like if you miss a step and your song is screwed and you can't go back in and change it.
And they just know all the maneuvering of Shopify. That's probably half the battle, right?
You mean Spotify? Shopify. I got you.
Shopify's my world. Spotify's your world. Okay,
yeah. So that's kind of where that was, and you have to be able to. And then plus, your Spotify only lets you upload certain types of music files, right? So if you upload a file, if it was just from straight to consumer, all of the sounds on Spotify would take a lot longer to unify, right? So like if you listen to like a Jay-Z song and then listen to a King Tetrus song, the level, the sound, all that stuff needs to be similar because it like affects the listening experience.
Sure.
So that's one of the best. That's why people have distributors. For sure.
Okay, so let's just say me record, get to a distributor, we're in for a couple grand, under $5. How many times would they need to play it for me to break even to get the $5,000 back? Like you get paid like a point nothing percent.
1.5 million times.
1.5 million times to make $5,000.
Yep.
Wow.
Just on Spotify.
Just on Spotify, right? And Apple Music, I'm guessing, is kind of the same way.
About the same. Yeah.
About the same. Okay. All right. So you got to play it a lot. But hopefully by then it takes off, and you also have other revenue streams, right? Appearances and shows.
Correct.
And all that kind of stuff.
Correct. So like, This is not a toot my own horn. I
No,
want to be
listen,
clear.
go ahead, go
Okay.
ahead. This
I
is a
don't,
podcast.
hey, what's my man's name in there? What's his name?
Frankie,
Frankie,
the producer.
Frankie. I just want you to know, I'm not tooting my own horn or saying anything. I just want you to understand this is not me just like want to be the main person of the show. Okay.
He's
I just
shy,
want you to
he's
know
shy.
that. All right. So Spotify, just to let you know how crazy this is all going. Okay. Spotify says less than 10% of their users have somebody stream their song more than once.
Okay. All right.
So less than 10% of the people get more than one thing.
Yeah.
Less than 20% of the entire world of artists, of their uploads, have more than 50 people who listen to their songs a month. Okay.
Wow.
Now, the next tier.
Yeah.
Okay. Less than like 5% of, I think it's 7%. Sorry, less than 7% of those people have more than 1,000 monthly listeners.
Have more than 1,000 monthly listeners. Okay.
Right. When I got to 1,000, I thought it was Jay-Z.
Okay.
I thought it was Jay-Z, who has like 50 million streams per day.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm the best in the world.
Yeah.
Only like 3% of the people on their platform are over 20,000 monthly or 10,000 monthly listeners. So if you have more than 10,000, you're like the upper echelon or whatever, right? When like what's crazy is I went through all of that. So I had 50 streams a month at one point. Okay. Then that's when I was like, I got to start putting money into this. I got to start doing the marketing. I have to be more out. I got to like,
the whole thing.
The whole thing. And I'm at like 20,000 right now. So like I went from 50 to 20,000 in 4 years. So everything from marketing, from features to shows to networking, everything like that's how long. And I'm just recently was able to say I got a commission check that I was like, it's more than Chipotle, right? Like, right? Like,
but that was never like that was the greatest $10 you ever made. Like you're like great.
Oh my God, I almost told. So I was like, maybe I should take a girl out. I'd be like, you can get extra steak, extra guac, girl. You know what I mean?
Call that girl from high school.
Yeah, I might need to. Hey, baby girl, you still fine? What's up? Like, I'll wash your car, get you some Chipotle. We'll do it big. Yeah,
this King Tetrus. Who?
Yeah. Oh, it's Greg Owens. Yeah.
I remember you. Yeah. You cheated off me in math class.
Yeah, this is very true. The numbers do not lie. Ask my guy, Coach Webb. I was definitely terrible at math.
That's all good. All right. So the business side, and then I want to get back to the art, right? Which is like one of the things that drew me to your story was it's a very entrepreneurial story in that you didn't sit back and just wait for something to happen. You took action, right? Including you took money out of your own account and burned it because you didn't know what was going to happen. You spent a lot of money for you, and it took 4 years to pay off, right? Talk to me about the story. Like, how did you do it? What did you do? What did you do wrong? What do you wish you could have back?
Oh my God, man. So the way I looked at the world and I said, I lose 8 hours, right? Actually, I lose 16, right? Because you 8 hours of sleep and you're 8 hours working, right? I don't have time to miss opportunities because I only have a couple hours of the day to go chase this dream.
Yeah.
So when I looked at it and I said, if I wasn't doing music, how would I be spending this money? Right? And for those of you listeners in the internet, this is Miami. We're in Miami, Florida. And what young, good-looking men do is they party. This is what we do.
Bottle service, man.
Bottle service, bottles, women,
boats,
the whole nine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It costs to play here. Right. Like
everybody's got their own flex. It's crazy.
It is 110% the cost to play, whether it be watch guys.
Yeah. The whole thing.
The whole thing. Right. Cost to play.
Right.
And I said, sometimes that gives a return and sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
What are you willing to put into it? I never was someone who was so talented at anything where the work, like I was never like the star player that could like not show up to practice. I was never that guy, right? I was always the person that had to put the work in. So I said, how do I make this work for me in times where I can't? I stumbled across like Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook ads, right? And I said, okay, well, let's give this a shot. And it'll have your daily allotment, right? So you can put anywhere between $1 to 10,000 a day, right? And I said, okay, if I was spending $400 on a Sunday on bottles in brunch, right? I do miss those days sometimes, but if I was spending $400,
it'll pay off in another way.
Hey, we're hoping. We're hoping.
It will.
So, if I was taking that, then let's go put it and run some ads. Let's go get an ad manager. My guy Gary runs our ads through Facebook, and he does all of the stuff in the marketing. Let's go pay a videographer to cut as much content as we possibly can and create ads for each and every one. And then each month, my God, maybe 16 to 1800.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
In the beginning on slow months.
Yeah.
And then like on release months, I would do maybe $40 a day. So you're looking closer to 2,600. And then once you do that, you can't put you can't like stop. Like it's not,
that's the catch, right?
That's the catch 22 is that like once you start seeing success and the algorithm is showing you love, you cannot stop. So that would be the secret sauce, is that I decided, hey, like whatever budget that I had to have fun, quote unquote, right? We're just going to put that directly into this business.
Yeah.
And we just got our first, I don't know if you want to do, like, I guess I'll just say it. Like we got our first deal with Rock Nation.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that.
And we'll deep dive on it, but they said to us, they saw how much we were investing in ourselves.
Really?
They literally came to us and said, we saw you a year ago. They had been following me for a year before they reached out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And said, let's just see what happens. Let's see what he does.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see what he does. Does he stop?
Does he stop? Yeah. They were also testing you. It's no different than a venture capital guy looking at a small startup. What is your resiliency? Are you serious about this? Or are you a knucklehead that will go and have a couple, I got some talent, but you know what? I'm more interested in chasing girls and drinking on the weekend, and I'm going to miss tour dates and stuff like that. That you're a serious guy is super important to them. Yeah.
And progress is a lonely sport, right?
Yeah.
So I think because I worked in corporate my entire life, and my parents are some of the smartest and most like accomplished people, along with my sisters. I always tell people, I'm like the least accomplished person in my entire family, like by far. So they wanted to know how much skin I was going to put in there.
Correct.
All right. And people asked that, they're like, what was the biggest sacrifice? And I said, besides the money, dating. Yeah. Right. Like you can't date, right? Because without
take
finance,
them out to a nice dinner.
Without finance, romance ain't got no chance.
There
you
know,
like you can't. Hey, this Miami, bro.
Yeah, man.
Money is always a major issue.
There you
okay, that's what Miami stands for.
Yeah.
All right, money is always a major issue.
Yep.
So, like you lose out on connections, and I don't have kids. I'm not married, but all my friends we're all at the age where people are like, yeah, we're gonna do this forever,
Right.
So, just trying to figure out like what's the best way for me to market myself, and get out of the market. And it's a slow burn. It's like dedicating yourself to the gym, where like you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't see the progress until someone else says it.
Yeah, but you had a plan and you worked the plan. That's the important stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And anything, whether it's music, business, sports. Definitely. You mentioned that it's a lonely sport. You played a lonely sport. You played college tennis.
I did.
What did you take from tennis that you applied to music? And how is music like tennis?
What I took from tennis, I would say, is the ability to have short-term memory.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like if you harp too much like on a shot or a point that you lost, you're going to lose the next three.
Yeah.
Right. And the game goes, it's done.
Yeah.
Okay. And it takes a lot to get a little, right? So there's patterns to everything, like your approach, how you hit the ball. You have to be methodical and take your time and never let people get you off of your off your balance.
Right.
Right. That's kind of like the most important thing that I think I've learned. And the way that tennis is like the music industry, man, pretentious, stuck up,
a lot of hot shots,
a lot of hot, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely one of those things, right?
Yeah.
I think that was the one thing that I laughed, and people are like, you handle people's egos so well. And I was like, well, if you grew up playing tennis in the private school mafia like I did, you would know that
the private school mafia.
Yeah, that's what me and my friends call it. It's like, were you a part of the private school mafia?
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
they're
mean?
like, yeah, I know.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, so when you're doing that, you have to be able to always be yourself. And I think the one thing that has been super fun is that the same work ethic that I put into sports is the same thing that I'm doing now. Right. Like that early morning run has now turned to early morning writing. That late night practice is now late night studio sessions. Right. Like, so nothing is really changed. And
it's a muscle that you developed and then you're just pivoting into a different area. That's the great training with tennis or whatever it might be.
And growing up, my parents had this saying, it was like, no excuses because they're useless. Right. So,
by the way, your family's got some great sayings.
We're Southern, bro. We're really like,
you got like that Southern stuff,
Southern.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah. Like if granny,
like, did you have to wear a suit to mass on Sunday?
Mass on Sunday. My granddaddy was the head pastor of the church.
Oh, so you really, and church is like 4 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was, granddaddy was head of a Pentecostal church.
Okay.
Which is, oh my God.
Tough,
very tough. So there was church just all the time, all day, every day, just church
all the time, man.
All the time, like all the time.
They got good music in church.
This is, I say this all the time. I think like my affinity for the drums and affinity for like that sound or what you hear in my music, it comes from like my parents, my grandparents, like the South and the church. Right. So they said the work is non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Right. Small tangent. My dad played tennis in college and I said to him, I wanted to be good. My mom also was an athlete in college. I have my brother-in-law who was an athlete in college. I have two sisters who were pretty athletically inclined.
Right.
And then one sister who was really crazy good in music.
Okay.
Right? Like with the cello.
Yeah.
There was no such thing as excuses. So I told my dad, I was like, I want to be really good at this.
High.
Greatness is the expectation.
Yeah.
Right. So like if you got good grades, there was no, like, they didn't pay you for that. You didn't get an allowance. Like,
this is part of the, you got to get good grades. Right.
This is the deal.
Yeah.
Right.
High standards.
Very high standards.
Yeah.
So no excuses. So I went to him and I said, like, I want to be really, really great at this.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, are you sure? And I said, yeah. Prior to that, he would wake me up to go run. Come on, let's go run. The next day I told him I wanted to be great. I was like, Dad, you didn't wake me up. And he goes, this isn't my dream. I've already done it. I already got the pretty woman. I already got the nice house. I got the nice cars. Like, this is your
college.
thing.
Yeah, it's your thing.
It's your thing now, right? What are you going to be willing to give up?
Yeah.
So I didn't go to a lot of the parties that I probably should have. I
Right.
didn't go to a lot of the things that I probably should have because I just wanted, I said, this is the thing that I got to get good at.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to be obsessive about it. And I think so many times when people look at success, they forget that it's not one big moment.
Right.
You have to be ready for your moment.
Yeah.
But you don't get ready for your moment if you didn't practice for years. And your overnight success might have been 15 years, you know?
So that's a whole thing. Yeah. It takes years to be an overnight success.
Yeah.
And it's a 10,000 hour rule, right?
Yeah.
And then what goes into those 10,000 hours? The dedication, the type of practice you do, the process. And you better enjoy the process because if not, it's going to be a long, painful road.
Lonely. Nobody ever congratulates you unless you did it. You actually do it.
Right.
Right. Like if while you're broke and starving and everything like that, they're like, well, dude, I don't know what to tell you. You know? And then it's like, bro, you want me to get your tab? You want me to buy you a beer?
Yeah.
Where was this before?
Not everybody loves them.
Like, what is happening right
success
now?
has 1,000 fathers, right?
You know, and I'd be like, and people, I loved it when we made our announcement about Rock Nation. And again, I appreciate all of the love and all of the support, but there was a couple of scenarios where people I have not spoken to in forever was like, me and him go way back. That's my brother.
Yeah.
Love this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Where's this guy been?
Where you been, man?
But, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know, and it's like, all right, well, you know, it's just something you got to take in stride. But I think like the biggest thing I've learned from tennis and music is just you have to be okay with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Have to be okay with like being possessive of your time and boundaries. And I think because I am so, and my manager says it to me all the time. He goes, "You're like the funniest two people in one person."
Mhm.
I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "If people were just to meet you, they would be like, this guy is the most bubbly, fun. We're not going to take him that serious."
Yeah.
But you are psychopathically competitive, right? So like your engine and your motor is very, very, very high. I tell people this all the time. I don't consider myself like the best rapper in the world. You just won't outwork me.
Right.
Right. Like that's just, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I will die on that hill and say, hey, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
You
Your
know?
super talent's hard work.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys don't have that.
That is the one thing I just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Like the only thing that I ever do good is not quit. I think I have that in one of my songs called Bend Don't Break. And I said, I tell you this is it because the only thing I ever do good is not quit, right? Like I'm not really great at anything else. I just don't quit.
You just don't quit. You keep
That's
going.
true. Except the gym. Me and him, we don't get along. But
we'll talk about that.
yeah, don't get along. You know what I mean? It's actually not that I'm quitting on the gym. I'm just more dedicated to McFlurries. That's just what I'm thinking.
Oh my God.
McFlurries. Oh my God. I love
They're very
so much.
addictive.
They're just, I don't know what they're putting in there, but I love it though.
No, we'll get you some Ozempic. Don't worry about it.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks, Doc.
What is your process like? So just like tennis, right? You have a process. You wake up in the morning, you run, you do your drills, whatever. What's your songwriting and producing process like? I mean, do you open up a laptop? Do you write it down on paper? Like, what is it like?
So I really only work with like the same 5 producers.
Okay.
All Miami kids. So we have like the same thing most people have in offices, like sprints and stand-ups. So on Thursdays, we typically have a stand-up and say, what did you create this week? What are you doing? We talk numbers, we talk all that stuff, right?
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So my manager and I, he also comes from corporate. We kind of treat this like a corporate entity.
This sounds very corporate to me. I'm very surprised at what you just said. Yeah.
Yeah. Like here's the stand-up.
Yeah.
Your P&L, month end. What are we spending? How are we going to get it back? What's our plan? The people that
sound like you work here.
Basically, you know what I mean? I say, hey, tell me to the producers.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Feel Good just came out.
Yeah.
Now we only have a 60-day runway, right? Where we're going to run this for this amount of time. We need to get ready for the next thing. What's the next thing? When is that going to be ready? Right. So I spend much more time like trying to understand when we need to drop something and then how we're going to market it. Mm-hmm. And then that's how we say it's time to create something new.
Right.
Right. So my creation process is I write every single day. Right. Like no matter what. Just write every single day.
And sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 2 hours, right?
Just let's write. Right? Just like no beats. Let's just, whatever you're feeling in the moment, let's just write, you know? So that way when the beats come, I have so much to have already said. It's like, okay, well, like let's play a game of Tetris. Wink, wink. Let's take a bar here. Let's take a bar there. Let's connect these. Let's take this cadence, put it here.
Yeah.
I usually write everything into my laptop, right?
Okay.
Like emails.
Yeah.
Right? It's just same difference. We even have like a project management tool that we use that like say,
I love it.
Hey, we're going to drop on this day. This is our merch. This is how much we need. That costs way too much to print over there. What's the opportunity cost? How are we going to balance all these things? Because we said it like, if we don't run this like a business, and if somebody wants to come knock on our door and say, hey, we want to give you money, show us these things, we're going to lose out on opportunities. Right. You don't know your worth. Like if we can't go to the label and say, hey, we've spent X amount of dollars per month. How can you supplement, take this away, right? And it's not a guess anymore. It's like, here are the receipts.
Yeah.
Here's everything you need. And let's run this like an actual business rather than like the business is to be creative. But at the same time, like we got to make some money.
It's a different world.
You know what
Tupac
I mean?
didn't run his organization.
Exactly.
Like this,
right. So we say it like, every Thursday, this is create. Let's better create. In the same regard, my deliverables, the project is the album, right? So if my manager and I tell him on a Thursday, we come up with the song and say, here's the beat, go write the song. And the next Thursday, I have nothing.
Yeah, he's going to be right.
You're wasting my time. Same regard. If you tell somebody on your team,
Yeah.
We have to get this something
Here's
done.
a deliverable. Right.
Right? We need this done by Thursday.
Yeah.
And then you show up to Thursday, or you've not updated me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
That I don't have it. You're going to look at me like I'm crazy. Right? So that's how he and I communicate. And it's like, look, we're holding each other to a standard.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah.
And saying, if this is what we're going to go do, you're already doing it 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Why would you not do it the same way here? Right? You're already doing it in your 9 to 5 job. Let's do it here.
It's amazing. So you brought that discipline, the business discipline, into the art making
Correct.
world. I have a feeling that other people don't do this like you. Or
100% not.
100% not, right?
100%.
Like I mean, I've seen some of the other rappers. There's no way that
100% not.
Future has a spreadsheet somewhere and is typing
He's
it
got
in.
a guy.
He's got a guy that's got another guy.
Yeah, he's got a guy. Like in respect to like it's just what makes me successful. It's because
It's your process.
I need that level of like, because I've worked in corporate, I've held pretty high
You're
positions.
well educated, right?
I've seen when projects go in disarray when you put feelings too much into it.
Right.
So I say, you know what? Let's just do this.
Yeah.
How this is it.
Yeah.
And my manager and I are pretty much the only two people that we have investing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, well, this is how much we've spent.
Right.
This is my investment, your investment. This is very black and white. There's nothing, right? Like, here's the sheet, how we reconcile it. Like,
right. Yeah. And you've been doing it a while now, and you have tools like Shopify. It's not like, in 1972, I got to put it on the radio station and good luck. And 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 I know they used to pay guys under the table to put it on the radio. Like, you guys have a button up digital world. It's one of your advantages, I think.
Well, I think like the difference between the music industry now versus like, let's say like when you were in high school, is that the radio had so much power. So much power. It's like almost like how the mafia had ran like the construction,
the news media,
stuff like
mainstream media in 2002 had a lot of power. Today does not have a lot of power.
Not a lot of power, right? Because it's all like instant from your phone.
Correct.
So my dream was to be on the radio. Like that was like, I was like, oh man, we got to get our song on radio, and like we did that with 103.5. I just was on 103.5. I'm sorry, 103.5, 99 Jams, and we're just waiting for Power 96 to come through.
Power 96 hasn't put you on.
They have not put.
You want me to call DJ Laz right now?
I might need
DJ Zog.
to.
Who do you want me to call? Stevie B? I'll do whatever you need. I got to get you on.
We need to figure it out. Like I've literally shout out to Lucy Lopez. She's one of the biggest like supporters of me.
Yeah.
I almost like look at her like another like big sis. Like she really like she was one of the first people early on was like, let's go. Let's do it. Like you got it. Like whatever you got, I'm selling.
I'm signing up.
And I was like, we're like this. Like how have we never gotten me in to this place?
Maybe it's this podcast.
Maybe. Maybe. That's why I say like you never know who's listening. So I just recently had an opportunity to be on the Miami Herald. Yep. And it's crazy because my mom's first job in South Florida was at the Miami Herald. And so like my daycare, like where I was at daycare was at the Miami Herald. Like my summer camp was like at the Miami Herald.
Which was a great building.
Like for those of you who don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Right across the street from Omni. Matter of fact, they don't
best real estate.
Yeah. But they also, a lot of people don't know, Omni used to be a good ass mall. That used to be the mall.
That
was a great mall. That was a great mall.
Yeah.
Great movie theater, right? So when they reached out, the writer goes to me, he said, I was like, how did you find us?
Yeah.
Right? And he goes, I went to one of your shows a year ago. And there was like 6 people there. Right?
Yeah.
And he said that I was just trying my best, right? And for people who don't know this, if you're like putting your heart into something, and you look out and there's 6 people, and you know all of them by first name, right? Like,
and you're related to 2 of them,
exactly. And you're trying to like tell yourself this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Good luck, bro. That takes a lot of like.
It takes big stones. Yeah.
Big stones.
Yeah.
So he was like, bro, you literally were like performing as if it was like your last day.
Yeah.
And I said, you do not negotiate with the effort, right? And he said, that's why we always tell people, you never know who's there. You never know who's in the room, never know, who's going to come and see it. And that's kind of like been my thing. Is like, let's just put the work in and let it speak for itself.
Speaking of the work, so you signed a deal with Rock Nation.
Mm-hmm.
How did that all come about, and what is the deal?
So our deal is a distribution deal,
Okay.
right? So from now on, all of our music will be distributed through the Rock Nation umbrella. That's like protection as far as, money recouping, us having opportunities to have sync licensing, aka having our music in like movies, television, that type of thing.
Okay, very cool.
And the deal came about because one of their artists and relationship reps saw us a year ago and was like, yo, you just go every day. Like and he reached out and he said, hey man, I just see you, keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
But you get DMs and you don't ever pay attention to it. You're just like, yeah, all right, well, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. Right. And I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah. And
so we just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. And then right around the time, I think like the album might've been like, 600,000, 700,000, something like that.
Yeah.
They reached out and was like, what are you guys doing? Like, how are you doing this with like no budget? Right. Because I have no respect. I know plenty of artists that have like way bigger opportunities and deals and don't have the numbers. Right. They can't sell out a show of 50 people. Right. We didn't buy followers on Instagram. We didn't spam the anything. And actually one of the key points when we actually had the meeting at Rock Nation, they have a system where they can see if your streams are fake.
Okay.
Right? Because a lot of people hire
overseas guys that
they can see.
You can mess with the system.
Right? To see. Right? So like if you're someone who's the boss who wants to cut checks and you want to understand at what point your run rate or your return rate is going to be, and the guy's only been giving you fake numbers at all points in business, that's fraud. Right? Like,
it's total fraud. If a bunch of bots is
So we didn't cut any corners. Right? Like no corners.
All cut. Organic, real traffic.
Like I literally started my journey at 500 followers on Instagram and we just hit 10K just like a month ago.
Wow.
Like not even a month ago, maybe a couple weeks ago.
You're playing your songs at the Panthers games.
This is very true. How cool is that, right?
Super cool. Stanley Cup is listening to your music, bro.
Like that's kind of crazy. Like, man, like that's just so crazy. Like, we've had it now at like a Heat game. We've had it now at a Panthers game. We're working on trying to get the Marlins on board, but like, cause that's like my favorite team in South Florida. It would be the Marlins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We can do that. We'll talk after.
Okay, cool.
We'll talk after. They're Columbus guys there. So we'll connect you. All right. You got this deal with Rock Nation. You got the million listens, all this stuff. What's the love life like? You got a name for yourself? Are the ladies knocking on the door?
Oh man.
What's going on? Single in Miami?
So ironically, it's tough because the one thing every woman wants is time.
And you don't have it.
And like, as cool as most women pretend to be, right? With like you being busy, until they are faced with you being busy, right?
They're not the priority.
You're not the priority. Music is. And so here's what I've always said. Women are attracted to people who are successful. Success typically means money, right? Typically means money.
The money part hasn't come in for you yet.
The money has not come.
It's coming.
So I'm like, if you're crying boohooing to yourself that you can't see me on a Thursday night, but you're sitting in a penthouse in Brickell, right?
Yeah. You might feel a little better about yourself, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, right? Like I guess, I guess I'll do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm driving a G-Wagon and I'm like, I don't got to worry about my life. Yeah. Like, you know what? I'm wilding. Like, let me make sure he's, taking
But maybe
care.
that's the kind of girl you don't want.
But okay, so in essence, that's what I'm saying is that where I've been is that like, I have a song called Click Twice.
Okay.
And I talk about 3 of my exes. And I always say that I call them destiny, hope, and fate. Okay. Because growing up, my grandparents would say everything's the rule of 3. Okay. So you usually get 3 loves of your life before you find one.
You're already on like 4 or 5, right?
Yeah,
This
is not looking so good.
This is the one saying that your grandparents said that may not be true.
Yeah, I was like, God, mismanaging expectations.
Yeah, well, you're
here.
spending too much time on Tinder. That's the problem.
So might be swipe right for life. So I just think that like my manager, he and I was talking about. We actually talked about this like yesterday. He's like, the consistent feedback I get from girls is that, bro, you're great. Like you are super respectful, super nice. When I have the time, I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
But then I always say it. Like I had to have this conversation with my mother and my family.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, I love you.
Why the pressure's on?
I love you so much. But I can't see you every weekend.
Of course not.
Because I don't like.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I won't have the opportunity to. Mm-hmm. Right. So when I see you, this dream is going to mean I'm going to miss birthdays or something like that. But to tell that to a woman in her 30s, where and specifically she doesn't have kids, right? If specifically she doesn't have kids and she has not like hit that next level of life yet, she's going to be like, well, then I want that. So if you can't do that, then like maybe I'm not as down to earth or down for the cause as like I've seen. So for the most part, I say I reluctantly engage in the idea of like, let's get in a relationship right now because my relationship is this, right? Yeah. So like, if you're not okay with maybe 3-4 days a month, like just 100% you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got nothing for you. That's all I got. That's all I got. Take it or leave it.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I would love to do. Yeah. Like I'll never forget this. This girl told me, she was like, Greg, I don't like you because you really shown me that I'm not really as down as I think I am. And I said, I told you this though.
Yeah.
Like I've given you like full range.
Right.
Right. And like last year I was in a relationship and I was like, yo, like I really thought like she was like my best friend. The breakup hurts even more because like her family and I, like Charlie's family and whatever, bro.
You love them.
Oh my God. Oh my, like saying I love them would be like a small understatement. Yeah. Like I am.
You saw yourself in Christmas cards with them, God. Everything. It was beautiful.
Everything. Especially the mom, her and I like developed like almost like as close as me and my own mom. Right. So when that kind of broke down the way that it did, I just was like, all right, well maybe it's probably time for me to just, the world and God is telling me like, if this is going to be your life and this is going to be your thing, this might be the one thing you might have to sacrifice.
Yeah, head down work. There's a great interview. You can find it. When Kobe Bryant was young, he was driving in his car and he gets a call. It's Michael Jackson. He can't believe he doesn't even know Michael Jackson. And they get into a conversation. And one of the things that Michael shares with him, because remember, Kobe was a loner. Mm-hmm. Like teammates were always like, what the hell is this guy up to? He's always just practicing. Mm-hmm. And the message from Michael was like, there's this beauty in isolation. Mm-hmm. Like you're just working on the craft. And you can kind of see that like in his personality. Mm-hmm. Like, do you really know Kobe? Like nobody ever noticed. And it's just this guy's just so determined. He isolated himself from everything. And like after practice, he's practicing more. Mm-hmm. And then he's lifting weights and he's learning about his competition. There's a lot to learn from that in the whole process of just becoming who you're going to become.
I think that's a great example. In my manager gave me the example of Thanos when he had to like and what is it,
with all the rocks or
the stones, and he had to like stones. One of the stones he had to like kill his kid or whatever.
Yeah,
like or
hopefully
like,
we don't get to that, but
I said the same thing. I was like, dude, what do you mean? Like, I think I might want a kid one day, you know?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not giving up that stone.
And he goes, no, the message is that like what you love the most to get to where you want to go, you might have to let go of.
Yeah. You gotta make sacrifices, man.
You have to make the sacrifices.
This work-life balance is bullshit that they've been trying to sell people forever.
You know, I love you so much. I love you so much. We became best friends. I work in recruiting. I work in HR. Yeah. Right?
Once I hear the work-life balance bullshit in an interview, I'm like, this is not my person.
This is not my guy.
Not my guy.
You know why? And I say, look, I say this all the time in interviews, and I did an intake call yesterday with a VP, and I said, let's talk about your culture at your team. Yeah. What do you need? You need a doer or somebody who's going to push the needle?
Right.
Because those two personalities are very different.
Very different.
Very different.
Yeah.
He goes, I want somebody who's going to be a doer. Right. So then work-life balance is out the door. You need
Out the door.
Like if I call you
Yeah.
at 9 p.m. and I ask you to run through a door, like I need you to know like you have faith that it's going to happen.
Yeah. We got a situation. We got a situation with a client. You got to jump on a call.
Like right now.
Right now.
Specifically in that role was in a sales capacity.
Yeah.
If I call you and about the money and you're not ready.
Oh, it's nonsense. It got into, we're going on a tangent, but like corporate America, like 2020 or something like that, like this, no org charts, unlimited PTO, work-life balance. We're the heavy work from home stuff, which, I'm open to some flexibility, but that got into the culture of a lot of companies, and a lot of the companies that I saw that drank that Kool-Aid too much of it,
they're done.
They're done. And a lot of my tech friends.
I was literally just gonna say, like I worked in tech for primarily most of my career.
Once you start drinking that nonsense, you're done. You're done.
Every single one of those companies,
right?
That was like that were celebrated. Covers of Newsweek.
Oh, they loved
Business
it. The media
Journal,
loved it. They loved
everything.
it. Yeah.
Best place to work
Sushi
in America.
Lunch,
all that, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I worked at said company for 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was just like that. I got an employee of the quarter.
Yeah.
On a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, mass layoffs.
Yeah, exactly. It's all for the media. It's a big PR push. It's all nonsense. Like where's the part that we're going to build great products. We're going to deliver great service to our clients. We're going to work our ass off, because working your ass off is actually cool, right? It's the grit. It's the person that you're going to develop, right?
Yeah,
it's not today. And you're going to have to go through the grind, and you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. And how do we celebrate? How do we get this as a team together? Like, how do we muscle through this and think through problems and solutions? Like,
it's funny because
that should be celebrated, not the other nonsense. Anybody can do the other nonsense.
You'll laugh at this really quick, and we're like old Manny on the yard, get off my lawn really quick. But I was talking to a friend of mine, and she tells me that her boss has certain privileges that she doesn't have. Okay. So like, why should she have to come into the office if the boss doesn't have to do it? Why should she like have to do X, Y, and Z if the boss doesn't? And I said, is your name boss?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you
the
put the work
boss?
in? Yeah, right. You put the work in to get there?
Yeah, right.
No, bro. Like,
right.
Like,
there's a reason why he's the president.
Yeah, like there's a reason he has now built the amount of like favor and all that stuff to get things done however he wants. If you want to do that,
right,
you should start your own company.
Correct.
Or go try to replace him.
Correct.
But
they don't want to sign up for the hard work. No. That's the key. They don't want to take
everybody wants to get everything so instant. Correct. Right. And even my nieces are like in their early 20s.
Yeah.
And when they were graduating, they were like, my friends are looking for jobs at, $100K, and they were turning down offers at like 70. And I was like, I said, baby girl, my first job was $27,000.
Yeah.
And my parents told me that was like, great.
Right.
Good job, buddy.
Take it.
Okay. 27. She said 27. I was like, yeah, 27. Right. Killing it. Right. I was like, I was having the most fun I've ever had.
Yeah.
In my entire life.
Yeah. You had enough money for beer on the weekends.
Yeah, that was it. Some fly kicks, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know how long it took me to get to 6 figures?
Yeah.
Do you think, and I said, what y'all forget is the person who's saying yes to you getting 6 figures had to die for a decade to get to that point.
Bro, there's definitely no work-life balance if you're under 40. Like, you gotta head down, get to work, build your career, learn, keep investing in yourself, like what you're doing, reading, writing, listening to, great podcasts, going to networking events, going to conferences where you're investing yourself. I'd love to see more of that from young people than that same amount of money, just like you said, where you would normally spend in a bottle service or a ball game or whatever, and reinvesting in itself. Like, no one's stopping you from doing that, man.
Yeah, it's the unpopular road traveled, and I think like what we're connecting on is saying it's. I remember my dad said this to me one time. He goes, and I was acting a fool.
Yeah.
On the tennis court one day, and he goes, do you know how disrespectful that was to my credit card?
It's a great quote.
And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, I had to work hours upon hours on hours for you to get a lesson.
Right.
And he like staring me in my face. He's like, I had to work hours and hours in order for me to be able to afford for you to have an opportunity at this lesson. It is disrespectful to me and everyone else that I worked with to get to this point for you to disrespect this time. So I thought about it and I said, if you have an opportunity and you're an analyst or somebody coming in junior, you wanting the easy way out is disrespectful to every other person in this world
100%.
who had to die to get here, right? Like, because now you're like, bro, I own this. This is my ish.
Yeah.
My wife don't see me as much.
Right.
My family don't see me as much.
Right.
And you think that I'm gonna give it to you easy? No, there's no way. Right. So when I walk into these rooms and like A&Rs and when I was talking to Lucy Lopez, she goes, you're just super thankful and you're open and you're respectful. And I was like, because I know if you're in a position of power, I know you had to give a lot
to get there. Sure.
Up.
Yeah.
So just that balance. And that's what, when people say like, aren't you tired? Right. And a lot of my friends in music, they're like, man, how do you keep going? Aren't you tired? Aren't you just like, and I'd be like, guys, I'm exhausted. Every day that ends with day, I am tired. Right. But if this is what I've committed to do, I always think the one day that I take my foot off the gas is the one day that I was going to make it.
It's the one day that guy is somewhere else in Atlanta is outworking
me.
Yeah.
Because these spots are coveted.
Yeah. It's super coveted and the window's this big.
It's smaller than that.
You gave the stats on Spotify.
Yeah.
Listen, hit 10,000 listen, whatever. Like, I mean, the margin is that. So you got to be on your toes. And you just tell them, look, man, I'm just getting started.
That's quite literally what I say to people is like, yeah, the Rock Nation stuff's cool. All the opportunities I'm getting is cool. But I know a lot of people who got into Harvard that didn't do anything. You know what I mean?
I know a few of those guys too.
So we know a lot of those people who went to Harvard had this big opportunity, right?
They
like
peaked
getting
early. They thought that once they got the diploma that was it. The magic was going to happen. And then I know other guys who did it and who just grinded it out and grinded. And you're like, oh man, this guy's kicking ass and he's happy and he feels fulfilled. What was the formula in these two and what happened? It's super interesting. All right, I know you're a busy guy. You got to record. I mean, we got to produce hits.
Yeah,
you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I have plenty of time. I took the time off, so like you're good. If you want to,
no.
You're gonna make this supersized episode, whatever you want to do.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
You're a Dolphins fan.
Absolutely.
You're a happy guy. Give me something to be happy about the Dolphins. Look how long. Look at that long pause. You're like me every Sunday.
Our salary cap they're definitely looking to attack that.
Imagine you go into the season and then the salary cap is what you're excited about.
It's like we're going to get some salary cap. We got Ramsey on the trading block. Shout out to my guy, Ramsey, from Florida State.
He is a Florida State guy.
Yeah. So I think that they're looking to reconstruct the roster.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tua is going to be our guy.
Right.
But I also don't know if we've really given him an opportunity to like flourish.
Yeah, he's got to stay healthy. We got to get a good O-line.
Right. But we didn't do that. So
that's my point.
We didn't do that.
We knew what the problem was and we didn't address it.
Yeah. It's like a roofer coming and be like, hey, you might want to get your roof fixed before hurricane season. It's like, I've got 8 months. And then like a month before you're like, I still haven't done it.
Right. These paper bags will work great.
Yeah, it's fine, bro. It's fine. Andrew was like a long time ago. It's never going to happen again. But no, I just think that like we're like in a transformative time frame. And I think it's clear there's some organizations that want to win and winning is a priority. Yeah. I don't know if we're in that upper echelon. I don't think we're like the Bengals. We're like
no. We spend the money, but we misallocate stuff. We're poorly ran.
But this is Miami. Spending money that's what we expect. That's everything.
They are a good snapshot of Miami.
Yeah.
Because you go to that stadium, it's awesome.
Beautiful.
You got a party and DJs. But the most important part, which is like in Miami, you see all the flash, but you don't see any of the work. Same as that. You got to win football games. Guess what? Green Bay sucks. It's a terrible place, but they win football games. The Steelers are always in the playoffs. Like the Ravens win Super Bowls. Like, because they do the hard work. The most important thing, they win games. All right, I'm done. Give me your Mount Rushmore of MCs.
So 4, huh? Jay-Z,
All right.
Nas.
Yeah.
Oh, the last 2 are always are hard and interchangeable. It kind of goes through moods for me. So I'll just give you like my all-time 4, and then I'll give you like a follow-up 4.
You get 1 extra credit. I'll give you.
I do it like 4 individuals, and then I'd pick like my 4 favorite groups. So that way you understand where.
Let's do it.
Okay. So Nas, Jay-Z, Lupe Fiasco.
I like Lupe.
I would say that he's probably like my biggest influence would be Lupe and Kanye West. Before,
so you like the
he went
Chicago
crazy.
sound. You like Chance the Rapper and all that.
Yeah. So like ideally in an ideal world, and we might talk about this off camera, that would be who I would probably tour with. Would be like Chance or Childish Gambino or like that type of thing. Yeah.
That's your sound.
That's my sound.
Right,
100%.
Right.
So that would be my 4 favorite MCs that I listen to a lot. My favorite groups right now, or all time. So my 4 favorites would be Tribe Called Quest,
Me too.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, there you go.
De La Soul. There's a trend here.
I love De La Soul.
There's a trend. All soul samples. All like
You and I have the same music taste.
Yeah. Very similar. Because I learned that from my older sister. It was like these are,
and I'm your older sister's age.
sister's age, right?
There you go.
And then there's a newer group. I don't know if you're familiar with Griselda.
No, I am not.
Okay, so like if you were to put like a Tribe Called Quest, like their soul samples and stuff, but like Wu-Tang Clan griminess, they are incredible.
Griselda?
They're called Griselda.
All right, I'm gonna look them up.
Yeah,
where are they out of?
Buffalo.
Buffalo,
of all places.
I was about to say,
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yo, when I mean this is like. So there is 3 MCs in Griselda.
Okay.
It's West Side Gun, Conway the Machine, and Benny the Butcher.
Okay.
They're all like incredible.
I've heard of West Side Gun from somewhere. Did he get in trouble or something? I don't even know.
I don't know if he got in trouble.
Or he's dating someone. I don't know. But go. Anyway, yeah.
Probably the dating part.
The dating part. Okay. Yeah.
But they're all like probably some of the best lyricists I've ever heard.
All right. I'm gonna go download.
Yeah. I'll send you a little playlist. But those would be my. Like groups.
I would love for you to make me a playlist.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, you got me.
Yeah, we'll make a playlist.
All right, you better have your own music on there.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I
me?
need the Chipotle fees. I need to be able to pay the Chipotle.
I'm gonna buy you Chipotle. All right, let's go to tennis. Alcaraz or Sinner?
What time of the year? Are we talking just like overall? Or
it's a good question because the French just ended. Just overall.
I like Sinner's game better.
You like Sinner's game better.
Yeah.
But Alcaraz has his number.
The thing is, you cannot coach heart and effort. And like Alcaraz's engine is just, it's like Nadal. Like
Right. He doesn't stop.
He does not. Now, it's very, very similar to, I grew up in Agassi Sampras. Right. And Agassi was like the reason I played tennis, and like I wear his sneakers and all that stuff. Like I love Agassi.
And his book is one of my favorites.
Oh my God. The stuff he was saying in there, I was like,
his honesty was awesome, dude.
I was like, oh, all right, cool, man. I was like, Dad, can I get some PCP to play this match? It worked for him, bro.
The crank won him the US Open, you know?
So you got Agassi, Sampras, and then you went into Nadal, Fed, and then now we have these two. And it's the same difference for me with Nadal and Federer.
Yeah.
If you watch Sinner play, it's beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful. It doesn't look like he's trying. Like how Federer did.
Smooth as hell.
Smooth.
Yeah, super smooth.
Super smooth. But same thing with Sampras. It didn't look like he tried that much. It had it.
Yeah.
Right? But Agassi, Alcaraz, and Nadal were like engines that could, right? Like if you step off that gas, Pete, Agassi, I'm on you, right?
Yeah, right.
Fed, if you step off that gas, Nadal, I'm on you, right?
Yeah.
And the same difference. So when I just watched the final, I just said, the fact that he came down, he won the match down 2-0 and a break in the 4th set and faced multiple break points in the 5th set and still won.
So won.
That's effort, bro. That's mental toughness.
Match. I mean, it's like crazy.
That's mental toughness. Like like respectfully testicular fortitude. Like
He's a tough guy. He didn't crack.
But you also know what the difference is, and I say this all the time. One of those, and almost every single player that we just named, one of them didn't grow up rich. The other one did. Other one did country club. other one didn't. Right? Like Sampras and Agassi,
Yeah.
one grew up rich,
Yeah, the other one didn't.
other one didn't.
Right. Yeah. It's a good
Fed,
point.
Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Nadal didn't grow up rich.
Right.
Right? Alcaraz didn't grow up rich.
Right.
Sinner, he grew up on the Swiss Alps and the Italian slopes.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
He was going to be a skier, an Olympic skier before picking tennis.
Wow. So he's a super athlete. Yeah. Yeah, but he plays the rich kid sports.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
but those you gotta be able to kind of be mental tough. And I think like Sinner's gonna win a lot.
Yeah.
But if Alcaraz plays how he did on Sunday, or
he's gonna win 20.
I think that might be his 15 might be his low point. Because
Yeah.
I don't see people beating him on clay. Like I just don't who's gonna beat him? Like
Yeah, the kid's a stud, and he's like 22.
yeah.
He's a baby. All right. Pickle or paddle?
Pickle.
You're a pickle guy. I'm a
Yeah.
paddle guy.
Really?
When are you gonna play? Well, let's play.
I've never played padel.
You will figure it out in 5 seconds and probably be much better than me in 5 seconds.
I'm more than willing to play. My one of my good friends, Armando, he's like nasty at it. And like I have all my tennis buddies, I watch them play. I'm just like, all right, I can give it a shot. Pickle is like I am locked in, loaded on that.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sure you're damn good. Right.
I am like
You're loaded.
super locked and loaded on that, and a bunch of like my old tennis friends from tournaments and stuff like that. So I play quite a bit of pickleball.
And it's not tough on the body at all.
I think it's a little tough on the body.
Because you're on the concrete and you're quick, like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. So like I was playing at my like height. I was playing like 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and then
This is where your dating life went sideways.
so my ex.
So you got time for pickle, but not for chicks.
But my ex, she played pickleball.
Okay,
so
well,
like
that's maybe that's what it is. You got to find a girl that plays pickleball.
I have to play. But the thing is, my life is so multidimensional.
Yeah.
So when my mom's like, well, you don't ever meet people while like at work, happy hours and stuff. It's like, Mom, half the people at work don't know that I do music. Okay.
Right.
Like I can't merge these lives. Okay.
Yeah.
Because if I miss your email, then I'm like, he's in the studio.
Right.
If you're my boss,
Your alter ego is King Tetrus.
right? If you're my boss,
I know you as Greg.
right? Exactly. But like I said, if you're my boss
Yeah.
and you said, Greg, I need something about Thursday, and it's not beautifully done, you're gonna be like,
He's slacking.
he's slacking because he's doing this thing over there.
He's in the lab.
Right,
He's in the studio
lab.
mixing stuff up.
And so that cool coffee chat conversation, oh, you do music? That's cool, man. Is now like, he's not all in.
Yeah.
Right. And you can't have that on your team. So
No.
definitely pickle. I'm definitely down to play padel. I think like anything racket sports, I'm pretty much
You're gonna be naturally good. Okay.
I'm pretty good.
Uncle Luke or Trick Daddy?
Oh man, this is
Let's go, brother.
absolutely gut punching.
You're a Miami guy.
I want to cry
You gotta pick one. You gotta
so
pick
bad.
one.
Oh man. I gotta be real. It's definitely Trick, but Uncle Luke's music helped make me a man. So
Which one? Me so horny? Or,
yeah, like going to some of those parties that like, that we would go to. I'll never forget this because we're from Alabama.
Yeah.
My mom was like, I was like, Mom, can I go with my friends? Like, where are you going to go? And I was like, I don't know, something Calle Ocho or something.
My God.
Right. And this is maybe like, this is pre like cell phone era.
Right.
And I always tell people the camera on the cell phone ruined all the ratchetness in Miami.
Yeah.
Before, you had to be there and like experience it. And like, there was no proof.
Yeah.
So girls would do insane things.
Yeah. Nice private school girls.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? The mafia.
Mhm.
And you would see them like just absolutely shaking ass on tables, cars, everything like that. And I remember being to myself, I'm like, Mom, she goes, how was it? And I was like, yeah, I'll go back next year.
I love this Calle thing.
I love it here. And I can get a pound combi steak for $4.
Yeah. It's the coolest thing in the world.
This is the greatest thing in my life. So yeah, like I remember like that year, that was the same year I listened to I know we talked about Trick Daddy and Uncle Luke.
Yeah.
But my all-time favorite Miami artist is Pitbull.
Pitbull, yeah. You gotta love Pitbull, Mr. 305.
Oh my God.
He's one
that
of
was my
one.
first concert, was Pitbull.
Was Pitbull?
I went to what is it? The Rusty Pelican, which used to be Madhouse.
Yeah.
And my sister, who's 3 grades older than me, they had all ages.
Uh-huh.
And my mom only let her go because like she had to take me.
Little brother. So,
Like-
yeah, it was not cool for her.
Right. And she was like, I swear to God, if you talk to me while I'm here, I'm going to be upset. You go over there, I go over here. And this is before cell phones. So you couldn't text each other. Like it's time to go. Mama said she going to be here at this time.
You better be there.
You better be there. Or there's no Uber. There's
you're screwed.
You're screwed. So I remember like being at the party and me and all my like 9th grade freshman friends, we think we're like the coolest kids on the planet because like everybody else is older or whatever. And then Pitbull comes out and I'm like, bro, this guy is absolutely incredible. And then it was like Pitbull, Pretty Ricky, and my guy Lunch Money. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. So I would say for me personally, right? Like and I said this on one time podcast, if Jay-Z performed on a Thursday and Pitbull performed on a Thursday, I might pick Pitbull. Like I love Pitbull music.
Another guy that worked his ass off.
Yeah.
Right. And you get that sense, and he's a good businessman, grinding. So you have a lot in common. Okay. What non-rap would surprise people that you listen to?
Oh my God. We're like best friends. I think we just became best friends here.
By the way, I ask all my black friends this question and I always get super surprised, including one of our guests. He came on, he's like, oh, Boston. I go, Boston? Like that's the whitest band ever, dude. Like, what are you talking? I don't even listen to that.
So because I grew up in the private school and grew up playing tennis.
Okay.
Most of my friends growing up were white kids or Spanish kids, right? So like 110%. I didn't know any about, like, I didn't have like depth in this area until my guy Daniel Robinson.
Okay.
Like, if you could look
just
at a sheet
that name,
of paper,
you can't get a whiter name.
If you looked at a sheet of paper, that sheet of paper might be blacker than Daniel Robinson. Okay. Like, I mean, like camo, trucks, boats, the whole nine, right? Him and he was my roommate on tennis trips. Okay. Like I was like a groomsman at his wedding.
Right.
He put me on to like, Nirvana and like Blink 182 and like all these alternative bands. And like, if I were over my phone right now, I listen to way more alternative music than I do rap. More than anything else.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah, all that. It's 90s. Like all those people who sing like that. That's like injected in my veins. Injected in my veins. Like, it's so funny. I went to Boogie's not that long ago. Right. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go to Boogie's. And they had this band called the Marauders. Okay. I'm going to send you their stuff. And they're a cover band. Yeah. They're like the most incredible cover band. And they do like 80s, 90s, and 2000s, like rock or whatever, right?
Right.
This is on a Saturday night. And myself and my friend might be the two youngest people there, right? Everybody else, probably mid 40s, 50s. Yeah. Okay. So they start playing music. And I know like every single song. and I'm belting it at my top of my lungs, right? And so this guy's looking at me and he goes, yo, how do you know all these songs? And I'm sure he wanted to be like, bro, you're black. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah. Right? Like, by the way, I also play tennis.
Yeah, definitely play tennis. So I would say like my favorite music by far, if I could sing like a little bit.
In karaoke, this is what you're picking. You got to go to a karaoke bar. Everyone's going to think you're going to sing rap, and you sing fucking Teen Spirit by Nirvana. They will flip the hell out.
Yeah. My favorite Nirvana song's Breed.
It's a great song.
That like open up on like the Seattle MTV Unplugged.
Yeah, which was a great event.
So like I said, my three sisters, I have one sister who's like hip hop or anything.
Right.
Like, she doesn't listen to anything else. Hip hop, R&B. Yeah. That's it. I have one sister who's all about alternative rock, right? So like growing up, she would be like, listen to this, here's Green Day, here's all these people, right? And I'd be like, all right, cool. And then when I got to college, Dan was just like, oh my God. Anytime in the car with him, I was like, okay, enough. And then after a while, I was like, man, they're not bad. They're pretty good. This guitar solo got me about to cry. Like, So when people get in my car, they're always like, you're a rapper. So they're probably thinking I'm listening to like nothing but Jay-Z and Nas and Biggie and all the most crazy lyricists. Yeah. And I'm like, guys, I'm quite literally listening to, and I'll show you, it's like rock, rap.
Your Spotify playlist is that.
Oh my God. It's my manager gets so, he's like, because he's so rap. So rap. And we're trying this thing out because I perform with a DJ.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I really want to perform with a band. And he's like,
that would be very cool.
He's like, I'm like, here's the thing. You put a band, like, you open up the door. It's more inviting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like going to a rap show, for people who haven't gone to rap shows, sometimes they suck because it's just like.
It's tough. Yeah. I've
tough.
gone to some that are good and some that are just like, it doesn't flow well.
It doesn't flow well because like, it's just, you don't get the same energy.
Correct.
So like, if you get a band behind you, even if I suck at rap, you could be like.
The band can mask stuff out. Yes. Right.
You know?
Agree.
So, I brought him out to go see that Marauders band, right? We went to Delray to go, they play at like all these clubs. And I was like, we're going to go to Delray. And he's like, Delray, that's so far. And I was like, bro, it's for the music. Let's go. Right. We get there and the bouncer didn't pat down nobody, but like, he's also a darker Hispanic male. Yeah. And then there's me, and we were the only two like people like there. And they were just kind of like, man, these motherfuckers, like, I definitely got to do something. Hey, these two? We got to check these two for sure.
Check these two guys.
Check these two guys. Something's out of place here, right? Yeah. And so the show starts, and he's just like, he goes, bro, I only knew like 10 of those songs. And they played for 2 hours, and I knew like every single song, right? From like Foo Fighters to Nirvana, Incubus, Green Day, all that American Pie.
That era. Yeah. That was your era.
And he goes, bro, I think we need to do like an album like this. And I was like, I only can rap. I don't know how to sing. I can't harmonize. I don't sing hooks. Like rap, that's it. And I can make jokes. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So I'll send it to you. They are really good. Really, really, really good.
All right, cool. One last question. Mm-hmm. You and I had the same favorite teacher in high school, John Linsky. Give me one word to describe John Linsky.
Transcendent.
Transcendent.
Yeah.
You told me you majored in history in college because of him, right?
International affairs and political science because of him. So he only could take his class as a senior.
Right. I took it.
And he would walk the halls, and I was newer to Columbus and I didn't really know, and everyone stopped him, like no matter what. Like, freshmen to seniors, everybody wants to talk to him, right? And he was like one of the only teachers that like really took an interest like at that point. And because I knew so much about government and stuff like that, we would have like spirited conversations in class or whatever. And he would give me shit, walk in the hallways and kind of be like, you know, got to be better. And he challenged me in a way that I don't think many of my professors or anybody in college did. So I would say during my Columbus experience, I would say Miss Showmat, kicked my ass. She was always in my face, like, gotta be better, gotta be better, gotta be better, gotta be better. Loved her. And then I would say Linsky would be the two. Everybody, all my teachers were great, but the two standouts for my experience would have been Showmat and Linsky for sure.
Very cool. Let's end it there. Where can people find out about you? Do you have upcoming shows, that kind of stuff?
Yes. So we are going on tour. Tour will be announced with names and who we're going to be on the road with.
Oh, names that everybody would know. Household brands. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Some real cool peoples we're going to be on the road with for the next couple months. Like, thank God they're on the weekend, because then I would have to tell my boss. You know what I mean? Like,
your boss doesn't listen to the show. Don't worry.
Like,
does he know you're King Tetrus?
Nah, bro.
He doesn't even know about you.
He literally doesn't. Like, it's so crazy. Like, no one knows anything about me.
You're like Clark Kent, the 100%. Superman at the Daily Herald. Yeah.
Bro, people, they don't even know that I like sneakers. Like, I don't bring anything to me
you like
at work that like can draw attention to me. Like, with my personal life at all. They just think I play tennis and pickleball. They know nothing at all about anything.
Any of this stuff.
Not at all. So follow me at King_Tetrus everywhere like the air. Website kingtetrus.com, and we are going to be announcing some pretty cool,
very cool
tours and shows and merch and stuff coming up very, very soon. So you definitely caught me at the right time.
Awesome. I'm a big fan. Congrats on all your success. I'm super happy for you. I can't wait to follow your career. I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. Thank you so much for having me, man. I think it's been one of my favorite conversations. All right, let's do it again when you finally have a girlfriend. Sound good? So we're never talking? Is that what's happening? Well, I did there, my man. Thanks, bud.
lessons. I pray for this moment. Clash with titans, the son of Zeus. Day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. So I sit back and just observe. Energy, my first language. I understand it more than words. Cigars with herb, handle beef with actions and verbs. A play me in your system. I could tell that you missed them. With my pen and paper, that's how I plot my revenge. Get that shit shaking. Yeah.